Hello, I'm so glad that y'all were able to come again and watch the next part of our video. Today, we're going to tackle about dimensional modeling. So what is dimensional modeling? Dimensional modeling is a data model design adopted when building a data warehouse. The dimensional modeling pattern is designed from the ground up to be easy for analytical style of queries. Now, let's talk about data model. A data model is a representation of how data is stored in a database. It is usually a diagram of the few tables and the relationships that exist between them. Talking about a database, the operations on a database are primarily of two types, which are read and write. Let us represent the write operation with a pen, and we will represent the read operation with an eyeglasses, and let us represent the database as a sheet of paper. The writing on the paper using a pen is an equivalent of a write operation on a database. Now, we have a single pen. So what happens when we have multiple pens trying to write on a single piece of paper? It wouldn't be possible for a single person to use multiple pens at the same time, so we can safely assume that it is many people attempting to use their pens to write on a single piece of paper. They could be attempting to write on different parts of the paper or to the same part of the paper. This situation would be chaotic if we don't bring in some sequence to it. We need to have plan who gets to write first and where. Sensible manner, and let the authors choose which piece of paper they want to write onto. The same happens when multiple users or applications attempt to write to a single table in a database. It helps to break down one large table into smaller tables. This design pattern is evident in the AdventureWorks database. The eyeglasses on a piece of paper represents a read operation on a database. You can use an eyeglasses to read text from different pieces of paper. However, it is cumbersome and tedious to do so. It would be a lot better to have all the text you need in a single piece of paper, whereas it is the opposite if your intention is to write. This is applicable to a database read operation. If you have one table which has all the data that you need to read, then it makes things a lot easier and efficient. A data warehouse is an example of a system that requires small number of large tables. This is due to many users using the application to read lot of data. A characteristic of a data warehouse is to write the data once and read it many times over, so it is the read operation that is dominant in a data warehouse. The process of breaking down data into smaller tables so it is easy to manipulate them is called normalization. The opposite of it, which is to consolidate many different tables into fewer but larger tables, is called denormalization. It is safe to say that in a warehouse we follow denormalization, but there are proven techniques that we use to denormalize.